you get up one morning and you give Argentina, which is our second biggest competition in the world, they're the largest exporters of soybean meal in the world. So I get up one morning, I turn the news on, and you give $20 billion of taxpayer money to my competition. And then the Chinese buy, I think the figure is 30 or 40 containers, ships, which is about 65,000 metric tons per ship, which is like 2.2 million bushels. So they buy 12 or 14 billion dollars worth of soybeans from the Argentinians after the tax holiday. And here's the caveat to it. They give $2.30 over the November board, while I'm getting 50 cents under the November board. So that makes the Argentinian soybeans about $12.42 a bushel. I think that's the real figure they gave. So all my premium went.
Y'all, you gotta love it. Do I need to remind y'all, the last time that orange food was in the Oval Office, do I need to remind y'all what happened? Same thing happened. This idiot comes in with his tariffs, wrecks the economy, destroys farmers. Take your pick. Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Nebraska. Any place where you got farmers, they got screwed. $25 billion in taxpayer money given to farmers because of his dumbass trade policies. So what does he do? He runs on the same policies. And you know what these dumbass white farmers do? Give me my MAGA hat. I love me some Donald Trump. And here we are, 10 months later, and they're crying like some babies. Oh my God, we're losing. The same playbook. And guess what Republicans are now talking about doing? Because Trump is now freaking out. They're talking about putting together a package, and I've seen anywhere from 10 to 35 to 50 billion. Oh, I thought y'all didn't like welfare. Matter of fact, Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa did an interview. She said, my farmers, they don't like welfare, but they need help. Oh, but y'all shat on student loans. Y'all shitted all over black farmers and Latino farmers when a deal was cut, and racist ass Stephen Miller blocked the money from going to them. Y'all shit on people who on food assistance. But oh, now we're all supposed to sit back and go, oh, these poor white farmers. And let me be real clear. When I say the poor white farmers, that bailout money, that ain't going no black farmer or Latino farmer. John Board is the president, National Black Farmers Association. And, it's hard for me, John, to say to hell with these red state farmers. But I'm sorry, they voted for his ass. And this happened last time. What the hell did they think was going to happen again?
Well, Roland, I told him that the tariffs didn't work the first time. They didn't work the first time. And when Trump came in and imposed tariffs on China, I was selling soybeans, people, for $16.80 a bushel. The price plummeted all the way down to about $6-7 a bushel, and the market never came back. Now these are the boys who voted for him, and I was on the circus. I said, vote for Harris. Harris is the only way out of this thing. All that stuff. They voted for him probably 99%.
Yep.
They voted for this president. Now the black farmers ain't how far to fall. I want to be perfectly clear to everybody's watching this. We've been down, everybody dumped on us. So we've been down, and we know what it feels like. We know what it looked like not to get a loan, not to get a subsidy, all these things. But them big boys, that guy you just showed, Trump got them, man. $20 billion to Argentina, man. $20 billion, and then they turn around and sell the soybeans with the money that this guy bailed their whole country out with, and left them high and dry. And Roland, guess what? The market ain't coming back because it is harvest season right now. So they having to take those trucks to the grain elevators right now, and this money that the president keeps talking about, the money that's going to come out to tariffs, ain't no money coming out to tariffs. That's a little ploy that he's trying to do for midterm elections to keep his friends happy. We're not going to get a damn dime out of no tariff money. It's tied up in federal court, as you know, Roll. You've been following this thing. There's lawsuits and there's judges that are saying what he's doing with these tariffs, he can't even be doing in the first place. So this president got his base. He got his base and he played his base, and the base is going to turn on him. That's I'm here to tell you, when them white farmers start going out, them farms ain't coming back. And people, they're farming in blocks, Rolling. Not the average age of the black farmer is 60, and average farm size is 50 acres. They're farming in blocks. A block is 1,000 acres, people.
Yeah,
they start losing all this land, and Rolling, guess who's buying it? Guess who's buying the land? The vice president and acre trader are watching these farmers, and his real estate group is out there gobbling up farmland from the people that voted for their ass. How stupid is that?
And see, what pisses me off again with these idiots in mainstream media, when they come on, you know, what they don't do, they don't say, hey, I'm curious, so-and-so, how did you vote? Like, hold on, I'm gonna play this clip right here. This is the guy over he's in Wisconsin, soybean. Watch this.
Well, right now, as farmers, you know, we are in kind of a state of emergency right now because of everything that's going on. And so we will take that money right now. We'd rather have our global markets open,
right,
and be able to sell our product and, you know, make our money that way. But right now, farmers are needing some kind of assistance to keep going. We have farmers that are losing farms that have been in their families for generations.
Yeah, no, and I wonder how many of those people, John, he in Wisconsin, Trump won that state, how many of them damn farmers, but see, if they go on TV, the first question should be, hey, white farmer, who did you vote for?
Voted for him.
The man did it last time. Like, I'm trying to understand what the hell do they think was going to happen. And Vice President Kamala Harris kept saying his tariffs are going to cause prices to rise and farmers go out of business. Oh, no, she's not telling the truth. Okay.
But they're going out of business. And like I said, the whole deal with the president is they got a whole real estate arm that's going to be buying up the land, people. And Roland, the last time I was on your show, I was saying to Black America, we need to be prepared to buy some land and group and start buying some of this land, because it's going to be on the sale block here real shortly. The market is not going to come back in 30 days. I'm sorry, it's not. And those guys cannot sell soybeans for $10 a bushel, because that's what the market is, Roland. $5 for wheat, $4 for corn. Guess what? I was selling grain in the early 80s, man, for just under that. And here it is, the year 2025, and this president is taking us to the lowest grain prices in history and the highest input. Nobody's talking about that. The highest input cost in history for farmers are right now under the 9 months of this president. This guy came into office in 9-10 months and caused complete havoc for white America and white rural America in this country. And guess what? We need to be in a position to go in there and start winning some of these states, to come up with a platform to steal some of these people, whether we like them or not. They're down there voting in the red states, and we need to start winning some of the red states. And guess what? The Democrats should be saying, healthcare, you know what? And we coming back in rural America, we got a plan to help some farmers out here because we want them votes too.
But see, John, to be honest, here's my problem. These white, and I'm specifically saying white farmers for a reason. Because let me be real clear.
But they dogged us, as you know, bro.
Them damn white farmers wasn't standing up for y'all.
They dogged it.
Them damn white farmers, they weren't saying Stephen Miller is unfair, blocking that $5 billion going to black and Latino farmers. No, they wasn't saying a damn thing. They were like, that's y'all Negro farmers. We don't care. But see, so my problem is they want Democrats to now bail them out.
Yes.
So they can go right back and vote for MAGA policies.
Well, let's go over the whole thing. I'm glad you raised that flag. Let's go over the whole thing. didn't want to pay blacks to work on farms. That's the first thing. That's what got white people in trouble in this country. When they ran blacks off the farm, they wanted us to be sharecroppers and all this stuff. They didn't pay us then. They stole our land. And then what they do? Oh, we can't get blacks to come back to the South and work, so we'll go get some Hispanics, right? Let's get them here to pick some tomatoes and cotton and onions and all this stuff. Now, when they found that they weren't going to vote for them, the Republicans were at 99%, they said, oh, now we got to get all of them out the country. And now we're going to get the blacks from the inner cities and going to come back pick some tomatoes and people on the disability. Roll is not working. Black people ain't coming back picking no damn tomatoes for free. They're not going to do it, man. So this stuff that this administration is saying, they're going to get some people on disability, man. That's what they're saying. Disability and blacks from the inner city. That's what this administration said, not me. To come out here and be and do the farm work. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But what I am saying is, I don't want to lose anymore, and I don't want to lose to anything that look like Donald Trump or act like Donald Trump. That's dumping on Black America from the megaphone. I mean, look how he's ridiculing the leader, the black leader, Jeffries. Got him out here in some dunce hat or some kind of sombrero and got him throwing a Donald Trump hat on him. Man, it irritates me to no extent that we have someone in this country that take politics and the office of presidency all the way down to humiliate a black man, a sharp black brother like that, man, with no comeback in this country. It pisses me off to no extent.
Real quick on my panel questions. Michael, you first. Go.
All right, John. So I know there were some black farmers before the 2024 election. Here on Roland Martin Unfiltered, you said some of them were going to vote for Donald Trump or thinking about voting for Donald Trump. What are they saying now?
They ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying nothing, and that's what happens when you get your behind kicked here. You run in the hide. I ain't seen them on a talk show nowhere. And I told them, and Roland been on some of these emails. I mean, I stopped writing them.
Oh, you mean what's that dude named Corey?
I don't even know what his name is.
Right, and because I done cussed him out several times.
Well, look, you can't. This is what's wrong with our people. Here's the perfect time in history for black people to come together and say, you know what, we ain't getting dumped on no more, and we're going to do something positive and move forward together. That's what we're going to have to do. If not, this guy in the White House is going to keep kicking out butts, man. And Roland, guess what, man? I've been watching your videos. The only someone who's saying it in a forceful and clear directive here is you, that I've seen out on the media circuit. So for those guys who voted for him, hey man, I came out on the block for Harris. I endorsed her in a very, very public way down in Atlanta, Georgia, got up on the stage with her, and I endorsed the next black people and black farmers to vote for him. And there was some pockets of people, Roland, that was arguing with me on some of these conference calls about Donald Trump, man. And they were pissed off when I came out for publicly for Harris. And now you can see that I was doing the right thing. I've done the right thing. And guess what? They were on the wrong side of the coin. And this president is going to be on the wrong side of history. Just give him a little time. You know what? And, my grandmother would say there's a stick sitting up yonder with your name on it if you keep dogging people. And ain't nothing in the Bible that you can show me that is godly about this president, man.
Yep.
And what he's doing to poor people in this country. You're going to reap what you sow. It's going to take a little time, but he's going to get what he has coming to him.
Yeah, Corey Lee, executive director of the Cowtown Foundation. He real damn quiet, real quiet.
Well, they don't call me, Roland. I'm out here. And guess what, man? We got an annual conference. Well, you need to come to that annual conference in Birmingham, Alabama.
When is it?
October 31st.
Crap. I wish I had given a speech in Houston that day.
Well, look, man, send a video.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you can send that clip. You just done the introduction to on this, and I can play it, man. Because
all right. Well,
It's so relevant for the farmers to see and hear that.
I'll make a special video for the conference. Matt, your question.
Yeah, real quick, John, you talked about J.D. Vance buying land up, and I think you said acre trader, watching some of that land. What is the effect, if you know, that's happening with the major companies like the Cargills and the big agricultural companies? Is there a boon to them from the smaller farmers that are closing down? What's your understanding how big farming is being benefited by this, if at all?
Well, thank you for that. And I never get a chance to talk about corporate America. Corporate America has totally turned its back on the National Black Farmers Association.
Mm-hmm.
Banks, Wells Fargo, Cargill, ADM, none of those companies have reached back and picked up the farmers, the very people that made them their companies billionaires. They're now dumping on us too, and they went with Trump and this anti-black thing. Anything got something to do with black, they cut. All those companies cut us off. And matter of fact, I need to put out a report card on just how many companies.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, John, put the names together. I will read the names on the show.
Yes, and I can show you the emails. And Wells Fargo said they couldn't help us because this organization represented black farmers. That's what they said. Not me, Ron. That's what they said. It should be a shame. It should be held accountable for coming out.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Please send me the emails.
I do it. It's all coming to you. But thank you for that question, and I don't get a chance to do it on these other national circuits. Corporate America gets a damn F- for siding with Trump. And here's what they do. They labeled us DEI and give us names for every 10 years. Our names has changed. Socially disadvantaged farmer. Hey, boys, you got to say farmers of color to advance your bill on the Hill. They change our names every 10 years. And here's what I'm gonna say about this president. He don't care what they say, they're going on with their program. And when we get in office, they say, hey, boys, you got to reach across the aisle and go over there and get some Republicans, man, to make anything happen here. This president didn't care. He's doing it by executive order. I had a $5 billion up, and Roland knows all about this. We could have done it by executive order, but they didn't want to do it that way. When we get into office, we got to move our agenda for the populations that got him in office. I'm going to say it.
And let's be real clear. You call yourself the National Black Farmers Association because you got screwed because the white farmers were getting all of the money, all of the resources, and so you were highlighting them. It ain't like the mainline Farmer Association gave a damn. They wasn't fighting for the black farmer. They were fighting for the white farmer. One of the most racist. Listen, it was a white man, a white member of Congress. Congressman David Scott told me this year. David Scott was the first African American to become chairman of the House Agricultural Committee. Yeah. I think he said when Ron Dellums was on this, I forgot, long time, he said a white member of Congress said to him, if there's one thing that ain't gonna never happen, you ain't gonna never see a black chair of this committee. People need to understand the billions of dollars coming out of USDA. Their entire focus is for white farmers to get that money, white farmers to get that loan. They ain't and listen, this ain't Democrat, this ain't Republican, this is white. This is about that, and that's why Marcia Fudge wanted to be Secretary of Agriculture, and Biden didn't make her. He should have, and he put the former governor of Iowa. Hell, wasn't that his third time being Agriculture Secretary?
Man, we didn't want Vilsack. I didn't want him.
Yeah, Tom Vilsack. So people need to understand.
Show and talked about that.
People need to understand. USDA actually, y'all, has the largest bank in the federal government. Y'all,
That's right.
Y'all don't even understand how much money is in the USDA.
$1 million for the top 10%, and white farmers receive $1 million a year annually. And they call it, when black people get on the program, all this welfare, all this stuff, white farmers get $1 million per farmer, the top 10% in the U.S. Farm Subsidy Program. The average subsidy to a black farmer is $200. we're not even on the same wavelength, with our farm subsidies in this country. All this money that went out to white farmers, and they've been getting it for years. And we formed the MBFA because guess what? They was out here calling me a nigger. The man who worked there, they was out there spitting on me. They was out there seeing black farmers 1 day a week. They was tearing my application up and throwing it in the trash can. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want you to say anything about black. They want you to get away from it, but they want to give it all to white farmers. They want to bring white farmers in from South Africa and give them our land out of inventory. I say over my dead body, Roland. I'm telling you right now, somebody's going to take me out of here if they give us them white farmers from South Africa our land.
Yep.
They brought them here, gave them a path to citizenship, and now this president's talking about giving them homesteads and farms, things they've never done in this country for a black man. They brought him here because solely based on what? Race, which is white, but they don't want to do a damn thing for you, for black, and they don't want to give us our land out of the inventory, that $5 billion for debt relief. They don't want to do it. But I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up, and I ain't giving up.
Well, listen, we're going to keep highlighting this as well. This is why I created this platform, for you and others to be able to come on and to share these stories. That's critical.
Before you go, man, I know you got to go, but look, this man right here on this screen has been my outlet when I got in trouble on the Hill and I couldn't get visibility. You put me on your television show on prime time and put me in the living rooms of Black America, and you made them call their U.S. senators, and we got that $1 billion passed in 2010. So, Roland, you've been out there, and how many years ago has that been? 2010? That was
15 years. 15
years ago, man. 15 years ago, and I took that partial win, and them same guys was beating me up. But guess what? I'm gonna keep on taking them wins. It may take me 10 years or whatever to get it. But thanks to people like you, man, who didn't give up on me and didn't give up on the black farmers in this country. So I want to say it on your show. Hey, man, a special thank you to you tonight. Thanks a lot.
Well, John, I appreciate it. Keep up the fight. We'll be right there with you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, brother.
I appreciate it.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, and I'm here with a very important message. We are at a turning point in the black community where we must have equity in the apps we use that scale to billions of dollars. But this time, we own the infrastructure, we own the culture, and we shape the future. And Fanbase is the future. Fanbase combines the free functionality of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube into an all-in-one platform built for the evolution of social media and monetization. With over 1.4 million users, that's real proof that we are shifting the conversation of tech ownership and equity for creators. So right now, I want you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. The minimum to invest is $390.